Welcome, everybody, to our new episode of the Pondcast. Joining me today are Chase.
Hello.
Guren.
Hello.
Sun.
Alola.
And our guest, Jay, from the passenger seat, is joining us once again.
Yep.
And today, we're doing our 1-year anniversary. Surprise, surprise, we're still around. We figured we'd do a little anniversary special, not so much as talking about Pokemon, but talking about the podcast, where we've come from, who we are, where we see ourselves going. Just kind of a happy to be still around after a year. For starters, we have always had a lot of questions about who we are, what are we about. We were all part of Mudkip Memo's Discord server and followers of his content, and all of us were moderators on his Discord. And when he announced his retirement over a year ago, a lot of our Discord members were wondering if that was going to be the end of our happy little community. And so all of us here at the Pondcast decided that in order to maintain the community that Memo created, that we would start our own channel and name it in such a way that it also honored who we call our founder. And so we have named ourselves the Pondcast because originally, when Mudkip Memo did a couple of interviews, we always jokingly called it the Pondcast because the Discord is named the Mudkip Pond. And so that's how we actually all started as in the Pondcast. And throughout this past year, we've all grown in our love of Pokemon and our interactions with everybody. But also, as a channel, we have had some growing pains here and there, learning curves, and we have strive to always bring everybody the best of content. But we've actually never discussed who we are and what we're all about. And also, we also wanted to touch base on some of our favorite episodes throughout the year. Starting with myself, everyone knows me as Draco, and I am from New Jersey. I'm a Hispanic Puerto Rican from New Jersey. And I'm actually one of the oldest members of the Pondcast, which at a whopping 43 years old, I've been in love with Pokemon since its inception back in the 90s. And I've been following the franchise fairly closely throughout my life. And in no small part, thanks to Jay, of all people, who got me started on the game itself. My perspective of Pokemon has been always from the length of the franchise, the longevity, and how I see things going from where I've seen them come from. But I'm going to introduce some of our other members so that you get to know them as well. Let's start off with Chase.
What's up, guys? Most of you guys know me as Chase. I'm from South Africa. I first joined the server, I think, after Memo had just hit 1K. So I've been here for quite a while. But yeah, what else do I say about me? I'm probably the most opinionated of the guys here. I do tend to argue a fair bit, but you know, I love all my kippers. Some of you will probably, I've probably butted heads with a few of you, but yeah, that's me.
Son, how about you?
My name is SonRyu, and I joined Mudkip's Memo Discord just right before Janae came out, and I have been having a blast. I've been here a couple of years. I'm from California, and it's been a blast to talk to everyone.
Guren, how about you?
What's up, guys? It's your resident edgelord, Guren Shiratori BT. I was part of the Mudkip Pond, I think like around maybe either late 2018 or early 2019. I think it's like, it's probably late 2018 because it was like before Sword and Shield was announced, I believe. I was just flipping through stuff, and then I came across like the rumors that videos that Mudkip Memo was putting up, and then I was like, oh cool, he has a Discord channel. Let me try to join that. Like, I've never been like a part of a Discord like group before, so got in there. People were friendly right off the bat. There were a couple of really bad first impressions, like only to the fact like where this guy's actually pretty cool and stuff, you know. Yeah, I'm all the way on the other side of the world for like a lot of the other members here, living in Hawaii, and so that also means like I'm behind everybody else as well. In terms of age, oh man, let's just say I'm out of the 20s. I just got out of the 20s. And like for anybody that does follow me on my Twitch channel as well, y'all's getting some small inside info here now. But I mean, if the HST recordings weren't enough to like give away where I'm from, well, here's confirmation. In terms of like Pokemon in general, I think I did experience it like I think a little bit after the game actually released in the West, and it's through watching over somebody else's shoulder and just being interested in it, and then the show, comes out, or I find out there's a television series for it, and I just started watching that, and lo and behold, that's just where like Pokemon began for me, and it's just been stuck with me ever since.
Yari, who unfortunately could not join us today, mentioned that we should have our very first guest back on the show to join us for our 1 year. So, Jay, from the passenger seat, what about you? Tell us about yourself.
Yo. So yeah, I mean, if y'all caught the episode where I was first on the Pondcast, I think y'all heard that I'm Draconis' brother. I'm in my late 20s, 30s, creeping up like a mad dog. So yeah, my introduction to Pokemon, obviously, it was with Draconis, and it started with Blue, and my fondest memory of Pokemon was probably Yellow. I think that is the fondest memory I have. And I remember going to the mall and getting event Pokemon, and how thrilling that was for me as a kid and growing up around something that I could connect to in a way, and something that I found so fun. And it just opened this chest of creativity to me as a kid, which sort of, molded the way that I am today. So yeah, I have a very strong connection with Pokemon along my whole life. Currently, I live in Puerto Rico. I reside in Puerto Rico. Shout out Boricua. And am currently also doing a YouTube channel of my own called The Passenger Seat, where we discuss all sorts of pop culture topics, and the ability, or to have the honor of being on the podcast, talking to everybody, getting everybody's perspectives with anything Pokemon is just such a treat. As a matter of fact, I think the reason why how I initially ended up in Mudkip Memo's server was because when I started my channel, I think Gio, you sort of put me in contact with Memo to see if he could give me any tips or pointers on the channel, and that's how I sort of made my way into the server.
Actually, you're talking about the mall events. Yeah, I remember that one mall event a little bit differently than you did. Just saying.
Oh no, I think we remember them the same. So we went to the mall, and let me specify that you took me to the mall. Of course, I was way too young. I was ridiculously young to drive. So you took me to the mall. It was about half-hour drive, and as soon as we got back, I think one of my other brothers was staying in the house as well. I can't recall that well, but I think that he erased the save data, and he hit new game and just erased everything with the promotional Mew that we have gotten from the event. So if I'm not mistaken, if I can recall well, if my memory serves me right, you drove me back once again to get that promotional Mew.
Yeah, that was a hard one too, because of the fact that it was the only time you could get it, and that was like 3 years after the game had come out originally.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was the very first promotional Mew, and you could only get it in blue or red, and you had to have a mall near you to go to do the event. You got a certificate of authenticity and everything.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. Wow.
Oh damn, that's cool.
But let's getting into the whole Pondcast year and our year in review. This year we started our channel. We've had a couple of guests. We've had Jay, we've had Kayla recently from Kayla's Capsule join us on do a bunch of episodes, which hopefully you've all watched by now, or at least most of them have come out by now. We've done tons of rumors. We've had episodes where we're just kicking around random ideas, and my personal favorites have always been the battle at the ponds, because for me, I enjoy playing Pokemon. I enjoy battling a lot, but I'm not a big person when it comes to competitive. And one of the biggest turnoffs that I've come across in the community has always been that everyone tells you how to train your Pokemon for competitive. And I know a lot of our viewers don't do the competitive scene. And so for me, Battle at the Pond was kind of my pet project because I wanted to get not just my insight of how I would personally train a Pokemon for anything, but I wanted to get different perspectives for the aspect of showing people that there is no one way to train a Pokemon. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite episodes was with you, Jay, where we all went with the direction heading towards the strengths of the Pokemon. I don't remember exactly which one that we were reviewing, but you went against the grain. And you did something completely different that was unexpected, which ended up inspiring me on future builds.
Which one was it? I know which one you're saying. I just can't. Rowlet.
Was it? Yes, it was Rowlet. It was Rowlet. Yeah, we all went one route. Jay went, nope, I'm doing it this way, and it ended up influencing me on some future builds. So that's for me. That's always been one of my favorite episodes to do for the show.
Testament to what you're saying right now, and you going this sort of different route to the typical competitive scene.
Do you need to check out our video with Melodic because we did one where we all kind of went all special attack, but then I just kind of threw out there of a physical nature, and Kayla, whose favorite Pokemon is Melodic, and she's done competitive. She's like, nobody would see that coming. That's great. You should do that. So I wrote one up.
Nice.
But Chase, what about you?
I reckon my favorite bits of the podcast have been the tangents and the rants and all of those little side things that people might not always hear because they don't always make it into the videos or into Splash. But yeah, some of the tangents we've been on, they've all just been amazing. Like, we get so sidetracked so easily.
Those are always the fun ones. I think just the fact that we constantly do it and the hilarity that gets attached to them every time we do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the Hogsweed video that we had, that's also one of my favorites. That and the one we did with Kayla about the inanimate objects as Pokemon. Those were also quite cool, and the Hogsweed one came off of a rant, if I'm not mistaken, or a tangent rather, not a rant.
I think we were looking at like a possible Pokedex list or something, right? When we were doing the Hogsmeade thing, or where it came from. I think were we looking at one of those lists on 4chan? Probably. I don't remember.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I brought it up because we were just talking about we were doing a rumor, actually, is what it was. We were doing a rumor, and we couldn't figure out. We're talking about new types and this, that, and then I just kind of went off tangent, as I always do, because these are always usually me, about a different Pokemon, a new Pokemon, or at least a variant using Roserade as the base for a giant Hogsweed, and how we would do a new type, because it was all about new typing, if I remember. And it was I said I wanted a grass fire type, very unique, no one's done it yet, this is how I would do it, and I just ranted at a whole bunch of stuff, and then we just kind of went off with it.
Listening to that one had some crazy ideas as well.
And what about you, Guren?
I think this is going to be more of a this episode that I want to talk about a little bit was more of I think this was the episode that kind of like got us to click the most, I think, or in my personal opinion. Like, I feel like this is where, like, at least me got closer to you guys in terms of as a co-host, was the Halloween special that we did back then about like what our favorite type Pokemon were. I think that was probably like one of the first times I ever like I don't know if we butted heads though there, Chase. Oh, we kind of did a little bit because we had that same favorite Pokemon, right? Being like,
yeah, I think it was Phantom.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. But it made me think again. It's like, you know what? That just means that like me and Chase here, probably some other people, like this was our favorite ghost type, Phantom. Like, it's just the lore behind it, the Pokedex entries, its shiny form. Like, it was just like such a great Pokemon. And like, I felt a little bit closer to you guys, I think, during that episode, because I was a little bit nervous because even if I was kind of sort of making some content beforehand, it was more of like solo stuff, so I wasn't really collabing or like working with other people. And I think that was like the definitive like icebreaker for me, like for the whole podcast idea. And yeah, I think from there like everything just kind of like shot up for me. Like I just couldn't wait. Like whenever we did have something planned for the weekend, like I always try to like hope that I'm not doing something that day because I want to get in here. I want to do another episode. Like I just want to share like this passion I have for Pokemon. And like, what better way than like listening to it coming out of my own mouth and like telling people about it, right? Other than that, I think I really do enjoy like the battle at the pond episodes as well, because we did get to do one on Armaldo, and I do love Armaldo as a fossil Pokemon, probably one of my favorites, and like that was also another fun episode. There's like a lot of stuff that I was not expecting. Also did find out that the whole thing about Armaldo's eyes and everything, like I think there was that one bit where it's like, wait, it has eyes on this side of its head.
The revelation. The revelation of that moment.
Like I was so focused. I was so focused on the red markings on its head. I was like, only to realize that the eyes are like literally on the sides, like sticking out. And I'm like, I had to double take and look at Anorit's form as well. And I was like, how did I not notice this? Its eyes are right there. They're right on the side of its head, and it's still there on the side of its head. What is wrong with me?
I think we didn't come to that realization until you saw the shiny. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Like after all this time, only now. Oh man.
And what about you, son? I know you've been only in a handful of these, but what were your thoughts on some of these? What was any of them pop out at you as being your favorite?
I don't know if I'm favorite, but so far that I've done with you guys, it's the one with the Psyduck. Did you guys remember that one?
Battle Psyduck, yeah.
Yes, the one where
Mossidus. It was Mossidus' favorite.
Yes, and we made a podcast episode for that. I think we all made different builds, if I remember correctly. I love the takes we do different builds for these Pokemon when we do it.
If I remember correctly, that's the one where I'm sitting there like, why is it that Psyduck is yellow, its shiny is blue like Golduck, Golduck is blue, and its shiny is just more blue?
Yeah. And well, also when you did the intro, I'm just like watching. When you did the intro where I introduced myself, right? That you named me wearing Jesus, and then you put like nose because you're saying shiny luck.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Ryu has an insane like RNG for shinies. Like in our days, like in the Discord channel, everybody's like shiny hunting and Sword and Shield and everything. This guy getting shinies up the wazoo, like, almost instantly sometimes, and it's like, oh, what number are you on now? 1,000 something. Oh, I just got mine's in 10. I'm like.
I was gonna say Ryu has a harder time finding the normal variants of Pokemon, let alone the shinies.
Of course.
It's like that George Carlin bit, all of us have a very small list of about 10, 15 Pokemon that we found shiny, patch shiny. Ryu comes out with this list, he just unrolls it, and it's just like, it just goes for about a good 700 feet, like if you unrolled a roll of toilet paper. And it's like, I got this one shiny, I got this one shiny, I got this one shiny, I got this one shiny. Like, gee, man!
Well, my most shiny and legend Arceus is still not. I don't think anyone can beat this record. It's 8.
I haven't even found one yet, other than that pony that they hand you.
Yeah, I've only gotten 2, I think. I had 2.
Joe, you've done a handful of these. Any of these in particular that you've had the most fun with?
I mean, from the ones that I have done, I think doing the battle at the pond was the most entertaining, just because I had to do a little bit of research and I had a lot of fun doing that one. But I have seen the others, and yeah, I mean, again, the one that you were talking about, the fireweed, was a very interesting concept to listen to, as well as I did listen to the Halloween one as well, which was extremely enjoyable. And yeah, I mean, the ideas just keep coming and coming. I would absolutely love it if at certain, I mean, I've already tried it, but I'd like to revisit it, is sort of a battle at the pond, but with Nidoking or something like that. I'd definitely love to get y'all's inputs on that.
Well, I mean, as we get the new games coming out and he shows up, that's definitely that's definitely on the radar. Because what we like to do is try and keep it focused with the newest games, just so that everything is fresh. Because they're constantly making the adjustments to each Pokemon games and moves that they always get. But Nidoking was always one of my personal favorites. He was actually one of the first fully evolved Pokemon I got.
Dang.
I think a lot of people did. Mine was that too.
Yeah, because like it was pretty easy to obtain, right? As long as you just venture out towards the left a little bit, and then you caught one, and then it's like, oh look, cool, it evolves at level 16, and then all of a sudden you come to the realization, it's like, oh, you can evolve with a Moonstone. I can have a level 16 Nidoking or something like that, right? Like it's
Yeah, that was before we found out that, oh yeah, you should wait till level because they don't learn things if you evolve those Pokemon.
Right.
Oh.
hey, but that was part of the enjoyment too, right? In your younger days, it's like, no, I have this cool, awesome, strong Pokemon already. You know, it's on my team.
Hey Jay, so are you talking about like building Nidoking or what?
I would like to see different builds for Nidoking, just like stuff that's interesting.
What build have you made with him?
I went the very typical route. I went a physical attacking Nidoking with Life Orb, Poison Jab. I think Sucker Punch was in there, as well as some other things. I need to revisit and see what I did there, but I would like to go against that and sort of find better ways to adapt it. As a matter of fact, maybe with this new gimmick in Scarlet and Violet, there might be viable ways to sort of put him in a team, especially since Nidoking is so susceptible to ground Pokemon, which is, you know, it dominates the meta.
I didn't realize he was in Sword and Shield. Wow, I'm out of the loop.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think he came with the DLC, I think, though, right?
Yeah,
that's
with the
probably
DLC.
why.
Mhm.
I mean, I did try a special attack power Nidoking.
That's a fun one. I would definitely say like a special is a fun one.
Oh, we'll definitely have to do that one then.
Here's the hoping he's in Gen 9. I would love to see him again. I can have him and my boy Tauros in the
why
game,
not?
so let's go.
Yeah.
Flying type Nidoking coming at you. Oh god!
Whoa, the possibilities.
I think this would be like more for our viewers and definitely for you guys as well. Like we do have Gen 9 Scarlet and Violet popping up almost around the corner, right? Like I think about another 3 months or so. We do know one of the biggest things about that is definitely like its co-op possibilities as well. So like I would like to pose this question to like everybody here and like the viewers as well. Do you want us to like collab live at one point? Like I know it's gonna be hard time wise because of like all these constrictions and like time zones and whatnot. But like should we do something like that? Like I would love to play like co-op with you guys, like, you know, up to 4 people, right? So it'd be kind of nice to like just hear everybody in the background while we're all traversing the region and like at the same time in the same whoever's region we're in, you know, at that point in time. And
I'd like to do that, but there's a small problem. One small problem. You know what that problem is? I'm stupid. I can't get the settings to work correctly because every time I try to do a live react or something, the settings always go janky on me, and I either have no audio or the picture doesn't look right on the screen. It's such a pain. I can't get it to work. I need help. Help me! Help me! But I wouldn't mind doing something live, even with the viewers, just jumping on video and just start going at it, you know?
yeah, because like on the Discord channel we do have like a raid like chat, right? Like it'd be kind of nice to like, you know, maybe we can go raiding with some of our viewers too.
Yeah,
if
we do.
anything. Yeah.
Actually, I've got to set those channels up for Scarlet and Violet now too. In the future, like, what would you guys like to see in the future? Like, what do you want to see us do more of? Personally speaking, like I said, I'm always a big fan of the Battle of the Ponds, but I'm loving the idea of doing some other stuff too. So, like, Chase, what would you like to see more of in the next year?
Personally, I want to do some more like theory crafting around potential Pokemon that we could see in the future. I think that could be something really cool, and hopefully we can get some of the viewers in on the action and more involved as we grow a bit more.
Guren?
I think definitely like what I've said in my piece too. Like I think definitely like something that we can do for like viewer interactions. Like I know it's going to be a hurdle for us. I would love to do like some live stuff with you guys as well. But yes, there is that hurdle for us that we have to jump over. But other than that, I think I do agree with Chase. Like theory crafting, I would love to hear more because like that's always like a nice thing to hear or like to listen to, in terms of like for Pokemon. And I don't know, at the top of my head, that's all I can think of. Right?
Stun, what about you?
Oh, I have an idea. What about if we do like an episode where we talk about all like our favorite like shiny Pokemon or like stuff?
Kind of like doing a show, like showing off of what we've gotten.
Yeah, like that. You know.
Oh,
Because
like
I
a
think people-
collection showing off thing. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like because I know people enjoy shiny. For me, I didn't get into shiny until Gen 8.
So got it. It'll be, me, Chase, Yari, and Guren showing off our like 3 or 4 Pokemon, and then like 30 minutes of just going over all the ones that you've found, right, Ari and Jesus?
Well, I mean, Gen 8, I forgot how like, was it 30 plus like hatch? Me and hatch myself.
Not even denying it.
You guys probably don't even have close to what I have, so.
Yeah, but I mean that's what it is, right? Like some people just got the better.
Well, I
luck.
don't know if you guys know, I have over 1,500 hours on like.
And probably twice as many shinies.
Wow.
The DLC, that's much.
Call them out like that. And Jay, since you're here, what about you? What would you like to see us do in the future?
Yeah, I think I'm on that boat of watching you guys get more interactive with the audience. Maybe like a, I don't know, joint stream sesh. I don't know, something like that would be
Collaboration.
Yeah, I mean, like if you guys are gonna game as a group, doing like a sort of group stream where your followers could potentially interact with you guys, like on a more personal level, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like we should try to also reach out for more collabs too. I think, if anything, like with other people, like we do with like Jay here, if he wants to ever invite us onto the passenger seat or something. That'd be
Oh
kinda
yeah, you know what? That's actually a super great idea. I mean, I know I've had Draconis on a couple of times, but I would love to have the whole gang. That would be super awesome. Yeah, we just have to work out the details.
Yeah, that would probably be the hardest part, if anything. It's just like all the scheduling.
It's always fun getting together and doing these things. These are great. And with that, everyone, that brings our episode to a close. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our little year in review and side tangents and whatnots. Let us know what some of your favorite episodes have been. Any suggestions on what you want to see us do in the future. Also, make sure to share, like, and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye bye.